Guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video that you all asked me for. We are back at Mick's beautiful collection of classic Fords, and this is the actual car that was missing last time we come to view. 1973 Mark 1 Escort RS 2000, absolutely concours, been completely restored. Mick was just running me through the photos of the car when he actually purchased it. It has had a complete top to bottom nut and bolt complete restoration. We're going to have just a little bit of walk round it and show you what it looks like. We'll have a good look inside. I know I missed out so much stuff last time and you all kept saying to me, Rob, show us more, can we have some more light? So we've opened up the doors and I'm going to show as much of it as I can. Mick's kindly also put it on the ramp so that we can get it up in the air and have a good look underneath it. Guys, there was quite a few comments in the last video regarding the number plates. Quite a few of you that have been with us for quite some time now will know the reason that I've done this, and the only reason I've done this. These cars don't belong to me, and quite often in the comment section I'll receive in excess of 50 comments saying, last year at the MOT that car failed on a wiper blade, or last year it's only done 30 miles. And guys, we kind of know on the cars that we buy on the channel in particular, we do all those checks ourselves, and these cars don't belong to me, and it just seems not fair for people to start doing searches on the cars, so to speak. So enough of that, let's not get into that too much and start moaning, but that is the reason why we've covered it up. But as you can see, guys, this is Concours, beautiful, and Mick will be showing this at the Birmingham NEC in November, Mick?
Yes, mate.
November. So if you guys want to go up and say hi to Mick and have a look at the car, it is going to be on show there. There's no battery on there at the moment. Mick, can I get you to open the driver's side door? Yes. Just while I'm holding the camera, thank you. So guys, as you would expect, the inside is as beautiful as the outside. Is a lot more light today now we've opened the door. It's got those roll top seats and just absolutely beautiful. I think that's pretty much as we can show on the outside, Mick, so if we can go up in the air, that would be amazing. Guys, we will get Mick to do a bit of talking in the background after we've put the ramp up. I'm just going to pause and he's going to talk us through what he has had done. You probably will notice today, guys, as well, we do have a new microphone, and I've just watched it back and it sounds brilliant, so hopefully everything's okay there. We was just going to lift it up in the air, and Mick said let's do the engine first, so that's a good idea. Mick, if you can talk us through what this has got under the bonnet.
So it's obviously a standard 2 litre Pinto.
Yep.
It has got a few Group 1 options, so 44 IDF carbs underneath the Group 1 airbox. The actual internals, which were built by an engine specialist locally, that's all built to Group 1 spec. I believe that's about it in the engine bay as regards to, you know, what you'd get from a standard car to just a few added Group 1 extras. But yeah.
It's just stunning, isn't it?
Yeah, I've took the battery out because it does have, it's down there on the floor actually.
Yeah, we can see that.
And it's actually going to be sent away to have all the internals ripped out and have a gel stroke race battery put in it.
Right.
Because they tend to leak.
So it's going to look old and vintage.
It will look as it is, but the internals will be completely different.
Like a nice modern battery.
Yeah,
so.
Because they have a tendency to leak, and I've known a car in the past where it's leaked and it's just destroyed the engine bay, so I don't fancy having that done to this, to be fair.
No, definitely not.
So yeah.
Should we get it up in the air and have a look underneath it? Oh yeah, good idea. We'll shut the bonnet so it don't hit the roof. Guys, I literally just paused there so that we could get it up in the air. It's quite noisy on the ramp. Where do you want to start, Mick? At the front or the back?
Start front if you want, mate. Yeah. So obviously this car's been completely restored.
Yeah.
So just to give you a bit of an insight on the car, I purchased it from there's a guy who I know up north, sort of Newcastle way, in and around there anyway. He restores classic cars, mainly Fords. I spoke to him at the time asking if he knew any Mark 1 RS 2000s for sale. luckily he did. One of his friends had one that he was looking at selling, and I was fortunate enough to purchase it. I would say within a week of owning it, it was completely stripped and sent off to be soda blasted, which it then came back in obviously a bit of a sorry state, like they do. And then we just went to work with the metalwork. It's had a lot of panels, obviously, like they all have. So new floor, new front panel, new bulkhead, inner wings, outer wings, door skins, roof skin, outer arches. Virtually the whole rear end, to be fair, is pretty much as it was originally. So we were lucky on that end. Just the front end was
rotting away.
Obviously a mess, yeah.
You were saying earlier it's got the original boot floor in it.
Yeah, still got the original boot floor. A lot of the parts obviously that came off the car have been refurbished, sent away, powder coated, painted and done. I was fortunate enough to also own another Olympic Blue RS 2000 beforehand, so certain bits, you know, we managed to take from that to put onto this as well to, you know, make this the Concours winning car it is. But yeah, it's had everything. It has been driven. I do drive it, and I will only ever drive it to local shows. It is mainly, you know, a trailer queen, if you like. That's what people like to call them.
A garage queen, yeah, or trailer.
But, you know, it goes to the shows on a trailer, and it comes off the shows. But I've driven it to local shows, and you know, it drives, it runs, it's lovely. It's all there.
Thing is, Mick, a lot of people said, oh, they shouldn't be garage queens, they shouldn't be sitting around, but this is your passion, this is what you enjoy doing. Okay. So
yeah, so this for me is my show car.
Right.
I'm fortunate enough to have another car that I don't show, that I can use, that is, you know, a Mark 1 Mexico, for example, that I'll use and take on lakes tours and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just
this is incredible. So many of you reached out and said, Rob, we want to see more of Mick's collection. And do you know, I honestly couldn't, if I'd have tried, to count how many different people wanted to see this car. People wanted to see the Mexico. People wanted to see that Escort Cosworth and the Sierra. And guys, I honestly couldn't get it all in one video. They're so lovely. And again, each and every one of these cars has got its own unique story, and this is incredible, this car. It's Mick, they wasn't this nice new, was they?
No,
they couldn't have been.
Listen, a lot of people will say they never came out of the factory like this, and they're right, and it's correct. However, the level of restoration that now goes on, you know, the standard of the cars has gone through the roof. So, you know, to get a Concours car, if you like, it's going to be better than when it was made in 1973.
You've got to go that extra mile.
Yeah, but you know, I don't proclaim that this is the best car out there, because there may be other cars there, but I just like to build it how I want to build it and show the car, and that's it, you know. Like the prop shaft, let's be honest, that would have never came like that in 1973.
It's been powder coated, has it?
Powder coated,
yeah,
and done. But that's how I want it.
Yeah, so, yeah, and it will outlast what it should originally be with a bit of paint on it. I mean, I've had some clean cars, and the last one being a Series 1 RS Turbo, and underneath it, Mick, I thought it was immaculate, but when I look underneath your car, there is a big difference in immaculate and Concours. Guys, just changing the subject slightly, quite a lot of you mentioned Mick's old arcade machine there, and a lot of people said, what is it? And Mick said it's got quite a lot of games on it. They're all different, so
if you flick through, there's all sorts, you know, like the old Street Fighter games, there's loads of different ones.
There's pretty much everything from the 80s on there, and what a lovely thing it is. Mick just opened the boot for me, and I said I just want to have a good look all the way in it. And I said, what is that there? And this is actually an original Daily Mirror from the exact date that this car was registered, and he's got that in the boot, and I think it's quite a nice thing to have, actually, to have in the boot. Got the spare wheel in there, obviously the original Jack wheel brace, and he did say to me, inside this box, I mean, we're not going to actually have probably enough time to go through this in the videos of when the car was being restored. Sorry guys, Mick did cut me short there because the reg number is in there, but this is the car after it was restored, and basically the only pictures I wanted to show was the during pictures of it being restored, and I don't think you can see there, it was in quite nasty condition. He really has made a lovely job of it. And again, these ones here haven't got no regs on, so we're quite safe. But it wasn't completely rotten, Mick, was it? I mean, it's got all its flaws in it and everything.
Yeah,
so
but that was before it was blasted, so you'll then see the difference after it's come back from blasting. Let me just try and find some better.
Sorry guys, we are leaning down in the boot here. I should have got the book out, but it doesn't matter.
So you can start to see some of the rot, and here where it's had plates put in it. There, you know, but you got to remember that's going to be all over the car.
We get a gist of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. And again, Mick has said if I need to come back and do another video of one of the other cars, then we are welcome to come and do a video. I think the next most interesting video was between the Sierra and the Escort, the Escort Cosworth and the Sierra Cosworth. So let me know what you think. But before I shut this video down, quite a lot of you are not going to have seen the first video. So with Mick's permission, I would like to have another little quick walk around and just a refresh of what cars. Have we got all the number plates covered up still? We haven't. Right, so we'll have to be very, very careful. The Sierra RS 500, 16,000 miles from new, in absolute concourse condition, and we've got the torch on today, so we can show inside just how lovely it is. It's still as new, this car. We've got the Escort Cosworth. Again, was this 8,000 miles?
That's got 6,000 miles.
6,000 miles, small turbo Escort Cosworth. Underneath the cover here, we've got the Mark 1 Mexico. Guys, if you did miss that video, go back and look at it. It was fantastic. And this is Mick's actual driver that he uses all the time. He said that it wasn't mint under the bonnet, but I'd have to disagree. We got the Mark II Escort RS 2000 broad stripe. Again, beautiful. And what I did remember, quite a lot of comments saying, Rob, it was very dark and we never got to see the inside of that car. So again, I've got the light on today, and I hope that you can see that a lot better. But another beautiful example. Like I said, guys, we can come back. We got the Golf R32 under the cover there, 6,000 miles on it, and we got the GT2 911 Porsche, very, very rare car. So, and of course, all of the toys. You all did say to me, next time we see the toys, can we slow down a bit so that we get to see them a bit better? The rally burners, Mick, done very, very well in the last video, and I'm sure that they was half of the comments. What is the difference in that rally burners up there, the free, and the one that is actually above the door?
So the ones up there, they're what's called the Team Aero Pros.
Let's try and zoom in a little bit on that.
So they're just you know, a different model. So the one in the middle is a genuine 1985 Team Aero Pro.
Right.
And then the one on the wall here is just a rally tough burner, they call it.
This is the one that got
This is the one that most people would have had in their youth.
Yeah. With those mag wheels, absolutely incredible.
I'm not 100% sure that they're the correct wheels. There's two different types, I think. But
oh, is there?
yeah, I'm not too worried.
It's very, very nice. So guys, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments section. Again, about these, sorry, I'm zoomed in too far, about the Mark 1 RS 2000. What a beautiful car. And again, if you want to go up and say hi to Mick and have a look at this, he will be at that Birmingham NEC car show. We'd like to say a massive thank you to Mick for letting us come and look at his collection again. As I was just about to leave saying bye, and I come outside and I thought, I've got to get a bit of this in the video. Mick's bought this off of a friend of his, and he's actually using it at the minute as a bit of a daily driver. He said he don't know how long it's going to last before he strips it down and nuts and bolts it, but this is something you ain't going to see a lot of. People never restored these, people never looked after them, but an old Mark 1 Escort van. How incredible is it to even see one of these still on the road? Let's walk round the other side and have a good look. Again guys, I've got to be careful because of location, but oh, it's actually locked. Again guys, we are using that microphone with a windsock on it. Please let me know if it's made a big difference today, and we'll continue using this all the time. Really appreciate it. How lovely is that? That's made my day seeing that. We won't be able to get in it guys because it is locked up, but you can see it is like, it's kind of unrestored, but I'm sure it's had some work at some point because they never look that good. Guys, again, a massive thanks to Mick for letting us go up there and having a look at that car. And I actually said to him I'd love to come back maybe later on in the month, and we'll do another video in a month's time. There was a lot of interest in the Sierra Cosworth and the Escort Cosworth in the last video, so I said to Mick, you know, you'll have to let me bring you your favourite tipple, or maybe even meet you at a local cafe and have a bit of breakfast next time before we start filming. And he said, yeah, if you give me a bit of a heads up, Rob, we'll actually go up the cafe in one of the Cosworths, so that would be pretty nice to go for a little drive in one of them. But yeah, incredible. It blows your mind like how brilliant it is, how lovely his collection is, and how nice all of those cars have come out. So let me know in the comment section what one of those Cosworths you want to see next time, and let me know, obviously, do you want to see it? So we'll obviously have a little bit of a choose. We might have to have a poll of what one of them we are going to do the video on. Guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. Don't forget, please like, subscribe and share. Drop your comments in the comment section. Follow us on Instagram for some little sneak peeks throughout the day at Salvage Rebuilds, and we'll see you very, very soon in the next one.